Hello, good evening. Well, I got home from work and I just thought I'd upload this, messing with my old calipers as practice for tomorrow's renewal on my actual bike's calipers. And coming home from work just then, I could feel the front left was bloody sticking. That's the one I replaced off a scrap bike. So they're both. I was going to just do the right one, but I'm going to do both tomorrow, making a cheap concoction. Clean, sort of. I am blue. I'll have to take my helmet off so you won't see me drinking it. But it is proper iron brew, not roller iron brew. Still only £1. Is it made in Scotland? Is it true? Boys. Hi, Glasgow. Hey, Glasgow. It's about 50-50. I'll let you know what it tastes like. This is Henry Cole on about Steve McQueen. It's a repeat because I saw this last week. Oh, it's on Virgin. I've switched over to Sky. Yeah, I can confirm. Hey, don't get your fluff in that cup. I can confirm that cheap blended Scotch whiskey. I'm Blackie. Oh, you don't like that, do you? Well, go away then. Go on my legs. Goodbye. That'll do. Yeah, it's very good. Wonder if they sell it in pubs. Too big for that, isn't it? Yeah, it's a two-part thing all about Steve McQueen's motorbike collection. And in that, what's it called? Winfield's shoe emporium and camping. They sell all sorts. Winfield's in Haslingden near me, about 7 miles up the road. They have a flying Scotch squirrel. You know, is it a 350? That used to belong to Steve McQueen. I think it's a combination. But he's gone to America and he's riding a Triumph and he's talking about Steve McQueen's life. He's just been on Steve McQueen's actual Indian with a foot clutch. Well, it's Saturday. It's midday-ish. Slight delay in starting because I've just been watching the beginning of Admiral Crichton. Old film of Kenneth Moore playing a butler to a stuck-up family and he gets shipwrecked. And he served him up with coconuts. But we had coconut for breakfast and dinner. Crichton. And he had an argument. So he sort of left him to it. Yeah, I never seen the beginning where they actually have the shipwreck. So I thought I'd watch it. I was saying yesterday, if I bother uploading that bit, that after studying and getting the rubber rings out of the old practice caliper, the one that was scrapped last year, it doesn't really seem that complicated a job. Although I was wondering, I was going to ask someone's advice. Once the new sealing rings are in and the cleaned up piston is in, do not rub, around the inside with some kind of grease, not greasy, grotty grease like that. And I was going to go to the local car accessory shop and get some, what's that called, molybdenum moly. Used to get a tube of this grey grease years ago. molly slip. Excuse me, my coffee's repeating on me. But then I thought, what about chain wax? Just get a bit on my finger, you know, and rub it in the hole on the caliper, and to help the clean-up piston go in, and hopefully smooth the transition. But would it mix with the brake fluid and contaminate the system? That's what I'm concerned about. And also I decided to do one at once. I was gonna do both, but I thought, hang on, I should do one, refit it, bleed it, and then when it's all sorted and the pressure's back up, so I know it's fully bled, then do the other one. And if I get stuck, do the other one tomorrow. It was jamming on last night, just getting my bike round to the backyard. I thought it's sticking like hell on the other side. And I thought it was this one that was worse. Been lots of suggestions. People have said, oh, it's not just winter road salt, they must be in a poor condition, those actual rubber rings. But I'll see one. That's what I've not got, a cloth. My fingers, I'll get a kitchen roll. So the first job, I said on that other video yesterday that those 4 star-shaped bolts will have to be loosened on the bike. No use sort of faffing about on the kitchen table again, because there's no leverage. But of course the first job is to squidge the pistons in. So I'll take it off and then put it back on. You know, and then squidge the pistons later. Still, how much will this cost in a bike shop? And how long would it take? 2 hours, 3 hours? £50 an hour labour, if not more, then VAT. So if I can tackle the job myself and do it. I've just been putting it off because it looked, well, it didn't look, it just sounds like something that could prove to be complicated, but we'll see, won't we? I don't think it will. Pads out. We are going to swap these, but I don't think they're in bad condition. Let's have a look. I think I'll put the new ones in anyway and keep these as spares, because I've put new ones in the other side. You can see the pattern, can't you? They haven't bedded in. Probably because of the sticky pistons. Right, G-clamps. See how they move without any kind of clamp on first. Just one moving. So, put a clamp on them. It's alright, I think I will edit all this. Right, clamp there to get the other two moving. I've got enough light. And then clamp that one because that one's not moving. I've come inside because the bloody battery conked out, so I've replaced the battery. They've jumped, is it meant to be 6 months on or something? Kenneth Moore's star of loads and loads of 1950s and 60s British films. Here we are. was the idea. I think I'll squirt something in. Just to sort of get it going. To loosen things up. Now then. I was going to say I'll remount it on the balls just to get leverage on these, but they should be alright. Let's have a look. Yeah, leverage on this is incredible because it's a foot long. Be careful not to round them off. Right, well they're loose. Only thing now is your band. Right, jeans on. It's easier working in my undies. Underpants workshop. Keep it handy for my fingers. I know I should have left more room to work, but how to manage alright. It's on a ratchet, why am I doing that? Twerp. When I opened the other practice one, I was amazed that there was no kind of gasket, it just clamps together. There's a little hole. Let's have a look on that practice one. On the earlier video I couldn't budge these at all, it's just a waste of bloody time. Yeah, that's prominent there, it goes in a slight hole there, but you think there'd be some kind of rubber gasket to seal it properly. Although I suppose if it's just two very accurate mating surfaces it doesn't require a gasket. Just tight bolts. Alright, let's have a look, see what the damage is. Will they pop out easy? Where's them pliers? I'll keep everything to hand. I shouldn't keep faffing about, just get on with it. Get on with it! One. I better put them old rings out of the bloody way, I don't want them getting mixed up. So there's just two for every piston. I thought there'd be three, you know, like two to keep the fluid back and one for the dust. You see. I should put that little spotlight on, shouldn't I? Yes, I'm getting up again. Doesn't really illuminate much, it's only an LED. I've swapped all my higher powered ones for these LEDs, and of course the brightness isn't there, is it? The reason the others are 50 watt and get very hot is because they're bright. I could do that with a screwdriver, I've got all the adapters, now let's get up again. Instead of using my hands, but there's a little knurled bit, 5 fingers there. 3, and oh, it's moved already. before. Right. Now then, hopefully with those pliers, what am I doing? This big one should pop out very easy. Yeah, oh yeah, well. So they don't look that dirty, do they? All that binding on, they don't look too bad at all. I was going to bring some newspapers down from upstairs to put all the grimy stuff on. That'll do. No, then little ones. Yep. As you can see, there's puddles of fluid behind. Should I pour that in the bin rather than down the sink? I know, excuse the guns, I normally clean the bins and stuff at weekends. Lovely day outside, sunshine, a bit chilly out of the sun, but and I was going to go to Yule's to have a look at his helmets because they've opened a new helmet store and that popped out easy good. I'll pour that away. Wonder how these are made. They're very intricate castings, aren't they? They must be cast, because if you machine them, and then there's a little connecting hole. So are they machined or are they cast? Amazing bit of sophistication, although I suppose engines are, with all the little capillaries to put coolant through. I'm always fascinated with engineering. Ooh, that's a stiff one, yeah. Always one. There we are, I can feel it coming. I'm talking like thin boy Saunders. A stiff one and I can feel it coming. Ooh, I know, sorry. Silly. Stop talking like that, it's silly. Right. So they're off. That's quite simple, wasn't it? So, I'm not one to give advice exactly because other people have done these. Like I said, Moonfleet 41, and even a girl's had a go at it. Even a girl. I think she was American, was she American or British? She had a little pick thing, that's how I got the idea of maybe buying some picks, and I saw some in a shop in Burnley when I had a hospital appointment last Thursday. And I didn't buy any, I should have done because they're only cheap, it was £5 a set. And then I thought about these, I've got these, as I've shown you yesterday, very fine precision screwdrivers, so if I'm careful, I can pick out the rings with that and possibly pull it out and then pork it down and ping them out, but be careful not to damage the aluminium. I'll need to check my helmet off, so I don't think I can film that bit. Let's have a look. Right, well, I used a slightly wider tiny screwdriver to get the thicker ones out. Thicker ones are lower down, which is a fluid seal, and the dust seal is a fine little one. You see. Right, cleaning. Oh my God. I wondered, should I immerse them in warm water in a milk pan? But should I put them on the gas and bubble them when I clean them? That's my dinner, mine and my cats. roast thighs, bung them in the microwave for 4 minutes. I could have got new pistons. A kit with new pistons was 150 quid. I thought, bloody hell. And the genuine Honda ones were even more. But as it is, that kit with just replacement bits in is £50 on eBay. Just discovered something else. The toothbrush wash hasn't got all the penicillin. It's all white guns in there. So I'm just gently picking away at it with that little blade, which is about 2 mm across. You see, the bits of salt and other crud over the years has settled there. So-called seals, and they don't seal everything out, do they? It gathers behind the rubber. You can imagine, can't you? Imagine you're going along at 70 miles an hour and the rain sloshing all around here, and then you apply the brakes and they ease in as you let the brakes go, so you're going to get a bit of salty water in. And then when it dries, because of the heat and because whatever, it'll turn to this horrible powdery crap. So I'll carry on doing this scrap. Well, I'm in a quandary now because I just picked all the white guns out with the screwdriver gently, and then give it another do with the toothbrush under a running tap, and they're nice and clean now. But I wondered, instead of just putting the new rubber rings in, I meant to line it in grease, just put a thin layer of grease in or on the rings as an extra seal against, against road crap. If it's just rubber, or even in that little chamber, do a rubber light coat of grease in there, for the smooth transition. Or is it likely to do with asking Ian? I got his number when we're arranging to meet for his Lake District trip. If I should try his number, will he be out on a ride? I'll see. Well, I just phoned Ian, and he was in, putting some LED lights up. And he said no, he said don't put any kind of grease in those channels. It won't offer any kind of seal, extra seal between the rubber and the aluminium. And he said just as it says on the instructions, get some brake fluid in to ease the transition against the rubber. If you try and do it dry, it'll rip the rubber or certainly disturb it. So he said as it's slightly gunky, just use it to ease it in, he said. But I just thought that maybe a grease on there, you know what I mean, would create a good seal against any further salt damage. But apparently not. And he says now you've actually done it, and you'll see how, gone in easy. You'll see how relatively easy the job is, rather than panicking. If anything else goes, you can just do it all again. Spend an afternoon doing it again. And I'll do it quicker next time. So they're back in. Like I said, the pads will be there, so it doesn't matter about cleaning them till they're shiny. So new seals. They went in easy. I forgot to film that. I was just wondering what little one, big one. I'm glad they are proper ones with different sizes. There's a little code there, N46, that must be for my Hornet. It might be tricky filming because There we are, not twisted, just double check. Cutter, yeah. That's what I'm worried about, contamination from foreign objects and bits of salt that's pinged down them holes, because the chamber is down there at an angle. Hang on, it go all the way down. You see, so that goes down there. There's a little connection between these two chambers, then there, down there at an angle. Well, you can just see the tip of the screwdriver. You see. So it's on a big circulation, as you'd expect. Right, fluid. I put a bit too much in last time, a little drop, a little smear, that's all you need. A simpler way of doing this. Boom. Break. Nasty stuff that, you're meant to keep it away from all sorts of surfaces. So it's like refitting a oil filter, you always have to put a bit of oil on your rubber to get it in. It's same with this. And put a bit on the side, pitch it. I told Ian about that pitching and he said, well, if it's halfway down it'd be a concern, but if it's only at the top bit it won't affect your actual braking, it won't snag, it won't neutralise the effects of the seal, will it? If it was down here you'd be interfering with a rubber seal. But once your brakes are on, they're out at least 5 mil. Don't force it, it shouldn't need forcing. Oh, don't contaminate it. Check for grits and everything. It should be spotless. Don't want any grit floating about, do we? Right, there we are. So, ouch, I cut myself at work with a box cut. Right, well, the caliper's back on. I should have filmed, shouldn't I, but it's only put in. Well, maybe I should have filmed, put in the new brake pads in. I don't want bleeding now, so I dug the tubing out I used last time. There's some wider tubing there, I think that's for the ultra seal. Yes, it was a bit stiff, but I've got it now. It's open, the bleed nipple's open, and closing at a quarter turn seals it off. You don't want to be taking it off and messing about, because I've got the ring spanner end on and the plastic tube on the nipple like that, and hopefully, right, down a minute, I'll just wrap that around here because I've spilt the first bit. Good job it wasn't on the tank. You can actually get a new front mud guard from David Silver, I noticed. Like new old stock, 40 odd pound. Although there's nothing wrong with that. But you can't get other parts. He has a fan as well from the radiator, £75, but mine's still alright. It was a fan mounting that went pear-shaped. Yeah, the initial, I filled it up once already, and that'll be filling the void inside all the chambers, so it'll take quite a bit to fill that up. So I'll squidge all that in. I'll do 2 chambers full. before I even start thinking about pressure. Like I said, there's that big chamber to fill, so there won't be anything pressing on the pistons yet. Hope I've got enough. I struggled with this last time, although it's an easy job. I just didn't keep it up long enough because I kept doing that. I thought, oh, there's no pressure. But even the slightest few bubbles will reduce pressure, so you just have to keep going. It filled the chambers up already. I thought there'd be loads of bubbles after even 2 or 3. You just have to make sure that little hole doesn't get any bloody air in when you're pumping. Ideally this is a 2-man job. Oh, it's filling the plastic cup up. So, it might be alright, we'll have to see. And the way I was doing this, I've done a video of this before. Squeeze the lever in. Look for bubbles, but squeeze the lever in, keeping an eye on the level. Close it, release your lever. Squeeze your lever in. Open it. Close it. Monitor the level. Lever in. Open. Ooh, bubble going backwards. Oh, I've got a bit of pressure already. Open. Close. Open. Close. Top it up again. Well, all seems to be going well. Not simpler than I thought it would be. Will I get another shock with the pitching on the pistons? But like I said, it should be alright because it's not in a critical area. See, that was stuck like hell, and yet it's moving alright now. Stuck like hell last night. Alright, do it all again. Take that inside. Well, these from the left side, of course, and because they were from a scrapyard, a bike scrap place. Where's it from? Spares Unlimited. They weren't Colchester bike breakers, but I explained the problem before I sent for them. I said, oh yes, don't worry, all our brakes and all the parts are stripped down, clean, tested before shipping, and these are spotless. I've just picked the bloody rubber rings out, and I was struggling and it went bing, and I forgot to, it's clean now because I've just mopped it all out. A little tip, because it's health and safety, that stuff gets in your eyes, the brake fluid, it stings, it's nasty stuff. I just splashed my eyes with cold water a few times, it's not stinging anymore. So I recommend you do it dry before you start pinging the bloody rubbers out. Don't do what I did, and I was picking away. It went ping right in my bloody eye. But I've discovered a better way to get them out. If you haven't got a hook and you've just got a little screwdriver, so you're trying to lever them out, stab the rubber. It's the big seals, the big thick seals. I stabbed the rubber and my screwdriver went right in the rubber and I managed to hook it out. Rather than picking away and pinging stuff in your eyes. So I stabbed the... It just went off again because the car was full this time. Because this is my commuting helmet I'm using, because the microphone's slightly louder. Alright, all the other bits outside. So mind getting it on the surfaces. They're all a bit gungy. Right, so get them back on, bleed them, and see what the pressure's like. If the pressure's alright, I'll take it out for a test ride. I'm just worried in case there's any water left in from that other messing about with the bloody toothbrush in the sink. Well, plastic beaker's filling up, so it's time for the bleeding. Bit more tricky on this side. I need 2 people really. Oops. So squeeze. Oh, there's little bubbles there still. Close. With all the gasket making the proper fittings and connections. And then put it on, you banana. Hello, hello, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Well, no dragging from the front end, so that's a good sign, isn't it? Which means that there's no binding on of the brakes. Was it just the rubber seals? I also want to come up here. I mentioned earlier I'll take a photo and send it to the handguard people. I've not left feedback yet, and their photograph they used was crap. They were mounted on skew diddly and on a funny little bike, so they might appreciate the gesture or might not. We'll see. just going to be full of park cars. Well, white van man. That's a bird. They're trying to kill themselves. Oh yeah man, go faster, go faster. Well, like I said, it looks a bit better than... Oh, the bloody battery on this is fizzling out now. Well, I forgot to speak then. It's just a nice little stretch, this, isn't it? Too late to go to the bike shop to have a look at his new helmet display. Oh, there isn't a buzzing again, is there? Because when I put my helmet down to get another battery, I snagged the bloody microphone lead again. What a twerp. It hooped on top of the oven. Front brake right to the lever. There's not a lot happening. Has it gone down to the the base level and dribbled out. Came this way because of that hill. After this crest it's downhill all the way. It's a bit concerned. I pulled it right to the handlebar and nothing happening. I mean, if it's square and the bloody disc is square, then what's the problem? Oh, they're biting a bit there. Yeah, it's getting there. Better pumping them just gently. Just grabbing a handful isn't very wise, is it? On the new pads. Good job there's no one behind me wondering what I'm doing, flashing me brake lights. I'm just wondering, is that water contamination? Did I flush it all out, or has it made it spongy? I shouldn't have done that, should I? Washing up water. Oh, it's getting there a bit better now. Oh, look at the state of this, my god. Look at this, this must be the worst road in the bloody country. Oh. This is leading to the posh estate as well. You'd think they'd play hell with the council. Look at this. Eh? Is it still light enough to see all them bloody potholes? I think I'll make a mini clip of that and upload that. The most crappy road surface in the country. It's not adopted or anything, it's under the jurisdiction of the bloody council maintenance team. And yeah, remind me not to go that way again as a shortcut. Well, that's a nice sunset. Red sails in the sunset. Yeah, I get some lovely sunsets over Blackpool way. It coming through. Vast painted deserts, sunsets on fire. As it carries me home to the Malachintire. Malachintire, oh mist rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be here, oh my licking tire. I'll have a feel, well, I don't know, is that an accurate way of detecting any rubbing if the discs are warm? It's because I've been braking a lot. Still lights at 5:30. Hurrah! Springtime has arrived. Trouble is, the traffic behind me. Oh, it still feels spongy. I'll go home and check the brake fluid level. Maybe that's why it's spongy, because it's dropped down below the bloody filler. Another one that thinks indicators aren't necessary. Brakes on. Still on. And again, brakes on. Brakes on. On. Well, it is gradually getting better. Don't want to get them too hot. I once went on that camping trip to Helmsley in my big CB 1300. One hot day, the back brake just suddenly gave up, and I thought the banjo bolts would come undone, just no pressure at all. And the mate said, no, they'll have boiled. I said, what? He said it can boil and lose all its efficiency, brake fluid. I said, well, there's no leaks. No, it doesn't matter. On a hot day it can just fail. I said, bloody hell. And without doing anything to the banjo bolt, it just settled down. You know, so is he telling the truth? Oh, that's hot. There's still a mark on you. I think that would have worn off. Let's just check the level. Is it sticking? Let's have a feel. Not spinning freely, is it? Any suggestions? I don't know if they're binding or if it's just we're having new pads in. I'll give it a proper run out tomorrow. And then, I don't know. Why is it not spinning freely? I've not forgot anything, have I? I'll check the levels.